Good evening, Boulder. My name is Gala Wilhelmina Orba, and welcome to the premiere of Live from My Living Room. On this channel, you'll see two things. First, you'll see my stances and my work for the community, as well as some dance videos. I am the dancing politician, and I have my art that I want to share with you. In these videos, you'll also get a review of the finest kombuchas and sparkling waters on the market. Today, we're starting with Wild Tonic's Hard Jun. It is Tuesday, October 6th, 2020. And for the last few months, I've been working with the Our Mayor, Our Choice ballot initiative. I came on in May, and in June, I became the canvas coordinator. I am proud to say that my canvassers and I were responsible for 1,142 of the 5,800 signatures that we submitted to the city. It wasn't easy. Man, getting signatures in a pandemic, I don't wish it on anyone. However, we got 5,800 because that is just how popular our measure is and resonates with the people. I myself am a feminist. I like to be a voice for the voiceless. I advocate for children, for animals, and for our planet. I'm also a pacifist, and I believe in cooperation and compromise. I've been a public servant my whole life, and it was instilled in me young by my own family, but also by my high school. I went to a Jesuit high school where I learned to be a woman for others, and I have never stopped. I also really enjoy solving complex problems. I am an actuarial scientist, and that is the math behind risk management. And I'm so excited to be in a realm where there are some pretty complex civic issues going on that I could be a part of solving. And so I joined Our Mayor and Our Choice in May, as I said. And last month I was promoted to the newsletter editor. You can pop on over to my website and you can read more of my writing. But let's go back and talk about the direct election of the mayor. Boulder currently selects a mayor amongst its own council members. So the members themselves, the 9 people on council, they just choose one of their own. And in our opinion, that person is more beholden to the council than they are to the people. It's a holdover from when we were a small town, and it's just time to change the charter. We also believe the mayor should be elected via ranked choice voting, which is a revolutionary way to elect a leader. Basically, you rank your choices. It tends to bring out a kinder campaign, and the people, the voters, they feel heard because their votes aren't wasted. So if your first choice doesn't win, your second or third might, and so your voice matters and your choice matters. It brings out a well-rounded campaign, and it also really helps with women and minorities. I just want to read you a quote from a study that was done on RCV, ranked choice voting, and women and minorities. More women and people of color are running and winning using ranked choice voting. In cities that introduced RCV, the percentage of candidates and winners among women, people of color, and women of color increased more than it did in comparison groups in similar cities that did not adopt RCV. It also has been proven to increase the proportion of women in elected office. Our study of the effects of RCV shows that the introduction of RCV in California led to an increase in the proportion of women, and especially women of color, winning local political office. Boulder needs more women and people of color in its governance and in its town. In tough times, it's more important than ever to elect strong local leaders. Local leaders can make up for lax and poor choices higher up the governmental chain. I'm looking for a leader that has strong morals and one who can help reset Boulder's ethics. If this measure passes, we will be directly electing our first mayor in 2023. We have had so much fantastic support of this measure. The endorsements are rolling in, as are the positive media. It has been very nonpartisan. I won't say exclusively. It's not been perfect. But we have such great support for this measure. There are some perspectives of opponents that are more negative. There's two people in particular that have been vocal, one more than the other, on kind of dissing our campaign. And I'll tell you a little bit more about them next time. But we are so excited to announce that both the Daily Camera and the Boulder County Democrats endorse our measure. We feel so understood by the camera and by the Dems. And we thank you guys so much for taking the time to truly listen and hear the words and wishes of the people. I'm going to read you a little quote from the Daily Camera endorsement. Ranked choice voting would make it easier for consensus candidates to win. It would reduce the likelihood of votes being divided among several popular but similar candidates, thus allowing a candidate with a small but loyal following to prevail. Think of this ballot issue as an evolution rather than a revolution. Quite often, a slow-go approach ends up working out better in the long run. We urge a yes vote on ballot question 2E. You know, change can be scary. And as this measure came up through the collective conscious, it's been really beautiful to watch the endorsements rolling in and the donations rolling in as well. I'm going to read you the perspective of Rafi Mercury. He's the chair of the Boulder County Democratic Party. The Boulder County Democratic Party proudly supports the Our Mayor, Our Choice ballot initiative for the 2020 election. In a time when democracy itself is under attack at the highest levels of government, the Our Mayor, Our Choice initiative seeks to expand opportunities to participate in direct democracy and introduce a more modern, representative way to vote. Please join the Boulder County Democratic Party and vote yes on Boulder Initiative 2E, Our Mayor, Our Choice. We couldn't agree more, Rafi. Thank you so much for the endorsement. If you would like to endorse our measure, please head on over to ourmayor-ourchoice.org and you can write your name right there in the field. We have yard signs for you, so if you'd like one, please drop a comment in the comment sections and I'll make sure you get one. If you have strong feelings on this initiative, please feel free to comment below. I'd love to talk to you a little bit more. I just ask that if you are against this measure, that you keep the language clean, because this is a public channel. My website is galaorba.com. That's GALAORBA. ORB as in boy, A.com. There you can learn a little bit more about me, my stances, and my recent history in politics. You can also read the newsletters that I was referring to, and a little bit more about my history. I look forward to next time. I'll have more information for you on this ballot measure. And in the meantime, friends, I urge you, please take care of one another. Please check on your neighbors and your elderly family members. Even if they're out of state, just make sure they're doing okay. And if you have any friends that you know struggle with depression, will you please reach out to them? Make sure that they know that you're thinking of them. And send them a little care package. It's important that we take care of our herd during this pandemic. And before I forget, let me tell you a little bit about Wild Tonic. So this is the strawberry blood orange flavor. It is a hard junk kombucha made with honey. Now, it says it's made with honey, and it is, but it also has sugar. So I was a little disappointed by that. But let's taste it. Oh, man. I'm such a Booch fan. It's sweet, I will say that. But it tastes like honey. And the honey kind of like overpowers some of that strawberry orange flavor. But man, it's a great drink. And if you like fizzy alcoholic things, then give Wild Tonic a try. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you and I love our town. And I wish you the best. Peace.